Hello guys and welcome to this Armadyl solo guide. On screen you will see all the aspects including in this video. About information about Kree'Arra, the minions, the setups, summoning, the drop pickup trick, how to get there, the kill count, the kill itself, and tips and tricks from me. So enjoy. On screen you will see some basic information about Kree'Arra. Its combat level is 580 and it has 2250 life points. It is aggressive once you enter the God Chamber. And it attacks with magic, ranged and melee, but it will only melee you once no one in the God Chamber attacks the boss. His max hit is 720 with range, 210 with magic, and 260 with melee. So it's always advised to pray ranged. If that goes out, you'll be dead in no time. In the God Chamber there are 3 minions, named Flight Kree'Arra, Flock Leader Ghirin, and Wingman Scree. Flight Kree'Arra has a combat level of 159, and it attacks with melee. Flock Leader Ghirin has a combat level of 149, and it attacks with range. And lastly, Wingman Scree has a combat level of 143, and it attacks with magic. None of these 3 are really that dangerous, only Flock Leader Ghirin deals the most damage if not prayed range. Flight Kree'Arra after that, and then Wingman Scree. Now for the low level range setup, it is important to watch for 2 things. Your ranged attack bonus and your magic defense bonus. The higher these are, the more kills per trip. Also, of course, your stats make a difference, but for your gear, these are the 2 things you should be aware of. I have collected some low-level range gear, which is not really that expensive and not really that high of a requirement. As long as you have a Zamorak, Ceradomin, and Armadyl item, you should be fine. Also use bro-tip bolts and a rune crossbow. And don't use a book, always use a shield for the low-level range setup. For the low-level inventory setup, it's quite useful. You have a few things. First of all, the Mithril Grapple. If you don't have that, you can't even do the Armadyl boss. You will need 17 range to get across the Mithril Grapple place at the Armadyl lair. It's also useful to have 2 kinds of bolts in your inventory, namely the Ruby bolts and the Diamond bolts E. It's also useful for kill count to have 2 prayer potions to pray range, so you won't use any of your Ceradomin brews yet. And it's also useful if you have very low range to use range potions. And then in your Tortoise or Terror Bird in your inventory, have a 3:1 ratio from Ceradomin brews to super restores. Now for the low level setup, I'm assuming you have a Terror Bird and not a War Tortoise. If that's the case, just fill it up with Ceradomin brews. That's all you need. Now for the high level range setup, I'm going to go in a little bit more detail. We have the Verex Helm, Ranged Amulet, Avis Alerter, Chaotic Crossbow, bro-tip bolts, Armadyl chestplate, Armadyl chain skirts, Spectral Spirit Shields, Barrow's gloves, snakeskin boots, and an Amulet of Ranging. You can change between all of this. This is just the setup I use. As you can see, my ranged attack bonus is 210. You can also change the Verex Helm with an Archer's Helm, which boosts it up to 219, I believe. And as you see, the defense bonus, my magic defense is 162. Which is way more than the low-level range setup. So this is really useful. If you don't have a chaotic crossbow, you will need 200,000 tokens within Dungeoneering. But if you don't have that one, you can also use a rune crossbow. It's not required. And a Spectral Spirit Shield I use because it has a plus 30 magic defense bonus, which is really high, but it's also really expensive. Now for the high-level inventory setup, it's not that much of a difference. I also have a Mithril Grapple, Ruby bolts E, and Diamond bolts E. I switched my Terror Bird for a War Tortoise, and I also have a Fruit Bat in my inventory. The Fruit Bat is used once my War Tortoise is all out of supplies. I can summon it and use the scrolls for some extra food. Mostly papayas, as they heal 80 life points. I also have a Zamorak God Book in my inventory. It can help me with my kill count as it saves me prayer potions, and it counts as a Zamorak item. I also have more super restores in my inventory, as I also have more Ceradomin brews in my War Tortoise, so it evens out. Now, as some of you may already have noticed, in my inventory I didn't have 4 Law runes and 4 Fire runes. You will need 2 Fire runes and 2 Law runes for the Trollheim teleport, so yes, I did bring 2 teleports, but that is for the drop pickup trick. The drop pickup trick is useful so the places of your 2 Law runes and your 2 Fire runes won't be wasted with empty slots. To do the Trollheim teleport, you will need Edgar's Ruse and 63 magic, 2 Law runes and 2 Fire runes. Now for the drop pick up trick, just take 4 alarm runes and 4 fire runes from your bank and teleport to Trollheim. Once there, drop 2 of your potions and make sure not to empty them though. Now I brought house teleport, so I use that one. I go to my house and then go to Edgeville to take 2 more potions. It's random for you, but I bring 1 prayer potion and 1 Ceradomin brew. Once I got those, I teleport to Trollheim again and pick up the 2 potions I just dropped. This way, the 2 slots for my 2 fire runes and my 2 lava runes are not wasted, as you can see right now. I pick them up, and my inventory is full. Now for getting there. At the place you see right now is where you teleport when you do the Trollheim teleport. After that, you can just walk from the cliff. At the place you see right now, there are some thrower trolls, and you should protect range as you go past them, as they can hit quite a bit. At the place you see right now, there is a boulder. You can lift the boulder or you can squeeze past it. To lift the boulder, you will need 70 strength, and to squeeze past it, you will need 70 agility. At the white area, as you see right now, there are some white wolves, and all your stats, including your prayer and your summoning, will be drained by 1 every few seconds, so make sure you get past there as quickly as possible. And there is the God Wars dungeon. If it's your first time at the God Wars dungeon, make sure to bring a rope, otherwise you can't enter it. Now to gain access to the boss chamber, you will need 40 kill count, and at the top right corner of the screen you will see your kill count. I have 1 because I killed 1 of the Armadyl followers already. I recommend you do Avian Seeds, and we'll be talking about that later on. Avian Seeds can also drop adamant bars, which make up for your trip, so I recommend taking them. You should drop your Mithril Grapple to make place for the Armadyl, for the adamant bars. Now for getting your kill count, I recommend using Avian Seeds. Avian Seeds have a combat level from 69 to 148, and their life points can range from 630 till 1390. They are aggressive, but only when you're not wearing an Armadyl item. Their top drops are effigies, eddy bars, and clue scrolls. Now when you get into the Armadyl layer, I recommend dropping your Mithril Grapple so you can make place for the adamant bars. The adamant bars are noted so you can take as many as you want. They have a ratio of 1 in 4, and every 4 kills they drop 4 adamant bars. So around 1 kill, 1 bar. So after your 40 kill count, you should end up with around 40 bars. Maybe a little bit more, maybe a little bit less, but somewhere there. Avian Seeds attack with range, so I recommend using Protect from range. They cannot hit that high, but it is stupid to waste some useful Ceradomin brews. That's why you brought the 2 prayer potions. Now, I've recorded myself doing 1 kill, and I'm gonna play that while you'll be listening to some music. First, I want to say that you should let your quick prayers be Protect from Item, Protect from Range, and Eagle Eye, and if you have it, Rigor. It's really useful. You will need 143k Dungeoneering tokens, and it boosts your range by 20% and your defense by 15%. Your summoning left-click options should be BOB. Take BOB, so you can just left-click it, and your Ceradomin brews will come into your inventory automatically. What I'm doing right here is just clearing up my inventory. My adamant bars will go in my Wartortoise, same thing with my Bro-Tip bolts. As you saw me doing at the beginning, I equipped my Ruby bolts E for the first half of the kill. The second half of the kill will be Diamond bolts. And just before I go into the boss room, I equip my Spectral Spirit shields, select my quick prayers, and just go in. Make sure you are attacking her as much as possible, so the melee attack won't come that hard or that fast. And as you see me doing this kill, it's not going that well. Somewhere in the kill I forgot to drink my Super Restore, and I'm only noticing that at the end of my kill, so it's going pretty slow. But at the end of this trip I made 4 kills, so I was pretty happy with that. With this inventory setup, you should be able to get around 7 kills, but yeah, that's about the maximum. Once your Wartortoise is all out of supplies, summon your fruit bat and start using those scrolls. It will drop papayas, lemons, bananas, and something like that, and it will heal you. You won't need to use any super restores for that. Make sure you drink 3 Ceradomin brews and 1 super restore, and stay to the wall as much as possible, because if her special attack hits you, you will be, I don't know, slash backwards or something, but anyway your attack will be delayed, so make sure that happens as less as possible. Now listen to some music and watch the end of the kill.
You've got me, baby.
Now once he is dead, you should attack the melee first, then the mage, and then the ranger. Always have your protect from range on. I did it wrong in this video, but always have your protect from range on, and if you have time left over, you can pray at the altar. But you can only use the altar every 10 minutes. So, now some top drops to go for at Armadyl are the Armadyl hilt, Armadyl chestplate, Armadyl chain skirt, Armadyl helmet, Gold Sword Shard 1, Gold Sword Shard 2, and Gold Sword Shard 3. Armadyl hilt, chestplate, and chain skirt are the best. They are all above 10 mil. Armadyl helmet are around 3 mil, and all the shards are for itself around 100k till 300k. The hilt is not as expensive anymore since the free trade came out, but it's still worthy to get. Now this was the end of my guide. I hope you enjoyed, and please comment, rate, and subscribe. It took me 7 hours to make this guide, so please pay me back by subscribing, rating, commenting, and please give me some feedback. Bye!